Welcome to Word Tonic, your daily dose of encouragement, motivation, and inspiration. I am Oluranti Ladapo. I've been blessed with countless number of people, friends, and acquaintances that have come my way along my journey in life. One of them is Mr. Collins David Ikwe, and today's conversation centers around the lesson I learned from him, and I tag this episode "The Numbers Must Speak." There is a principle, simple, practical, but yet powerful. I called the principle Collins David Ikwe principle. It comes from real life lesson. A man who understood something many people overlook, not just in business, but in life. Whenever we were about to engage in any transaction, Collins would do something very simple. Collins will open his Excel sheet and run the numbers. No assumptions, no shortcuts, no wishful thinking. Just not the numbers. And he will always say, never count on cutting corners. It won't be sustainable. It comes to my mind every once in a while, and I just want to dedicate this episode to him because he's a good man. He's a wonderful soul. Because it speaks to a deeper truth, one that many people struggle to accept. The reality does not respond to hope alone. It responds to structure, to discipline, and to truth. Now, let's analyze the statement before us. Never count on cutting corners. Never count on grace nor divine intervention. Run your numbers. If the numbers don't add up, just run away, move away. Now, at first, it may sound harsh, especially the part about grace and divine intervention, but this is not a dismissal of faith. It is a correction of abuse and misuse of it. Faith is not a substitute for responsibility. Grace is not a strategy. Divine intervention is not a business plan, my dear friend. Too often, people make decisions, financial decisions, professional, and even personal decisions based solely on optimism. This will work. Something will happen. I believe it will succeed. I confess it will succeed. But belief without structure leads to disappointment. You cannot build something solid on shaky assumptions and shaky foundations. Let's be clear. Cutting corners may give you temporary results. It may even look like success for a while, but sustainable foundation always reveal themselves. Shortcuts create cracks, and over time, those cracks becomes a collapse. Now, let's talk about running the numbers. This is not just about Excel sheet. It is about thinking clearly before acting. It means understanding the cost before committing. It means evaluating risk before jumping in. It means asking hard questions before making decisions. Does this make sense financially? Does this align with reality? Is this sustainable over time? Because numbers don't lie. They remove emotion. They remove guesswork. They reveal the truth. And here is the uncomfortable part. Sometimes the numbers will tell you what you don't want to hear. They will say, this will not work. This is too risky. This does not add up at all. In that moment, my dear friend, you don't have a choice. You either ignore the numbers and pay the price later, or respect the numbers and walk away early. That's where discipline comes in. Walking away from a bad decision is not a failure, it is wisdom. Now, let's bring this home. This principle goes beyond business. In relationships, are you ignoring red flags because you hope things will change? In your career decisions, are you chasing opportunities that look good on the surface but don't make practical sense? In your personal goal, Are you relying on motivation without structure? The truth is, life rewards clarity. Hope is powerful, but it must be paired with responsibility. Faith is important, don't get me wrong, but it must be supported by action. Desire is good, but it must be guided by wisdom. So let me challenge you today. Before your next major decisions, pause. Run the numbers like Collins would do. Think it through like Mr. David Ikwe would do. Examine the facts like my friend Collins. Be honest with yourself. And if it does not have the courage to just walk away. Because the cost of ignoring reality is always higher than the discomfort of facing it. So remember, don't build your future on shortcuts. Don't rely on the luck to fix planning. And don't confuse hope with strategy. Let the numbers speak. Because when your foundation is solid, your growth becomes sustainable. My name is Oluranti Ladapo. Until next time when I come your way, stay disciplined, my dear friend. Stay wise and build on what is real. Thank you and God bless.